Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I have an unboxing of Mechanica. This is a 1 to 4 player game, with each game lasting between 45 to 60 minutes. This game is recommended for those ages 10 and up. In this game you'll be playing the role of the human supervisor of a factory, and this factory is responsible for producing what are known as tidy bots. So these are your robot vacuum cleaners, and it's your job as the supervisor of this factory to make the most efficient factory possible so that you can get as many of these tidy bots out the door and into the hands of consumers as possible. Before we start with the actual unboxing, just a couple of notes here. The version that I have that we'll be doing the unboxing for today is the Kickstarter version. So because of that, there are a couple of differences between what you'll see here today and what you may have if you purchase the retail version. The main difference is that the Kickstarter version does come with 2 expansions, and you'll see those once we start with the actual unboxing. So with that said, let's go ahead and open up the box and see what's inside. Once you have the box open, these are the items you'll find inside. So once again, depending on whether you receive the retail version or the Kickstarter version, the first items that you see may or may not be exactly the same items that I'm showing you first. So with the Kickstarter version, the first thing you'll probably see is the rules for the 2 expansions. So this is the rules for the Inventions and the Overlords expansion. And then underneath that are the actual upgrade tiles for that expansion. So these are the inventions, as well as some extra coins. And then beneath that is the actual rules for the base game itself. You'll notice right here there is a QR code that you can scan to watch a how to play video for this game. Flip through this really quickly. So it does give you a list of components right there. Okay, it goes over the phases of the game. Underneath the rule book are the punch out for the coins. And then just to give you a little bit of a clue as to the thickness of the cardboard right there. So they are fairly thick. Underneath that are the actual player boards themselves. So these will represent the factory that you are upgrading. And this is the back side of it. And all 4 player boards are identical. Underneath the player board is the insert for the game, so you'll notice it is very nice, and you'll notice also that some of these slots are labeled for you, so you know exactly where those items need to go. Right here you have cards for the blueprint, so these are items you'll be trying to build. Here is one of the types of tidy bots you'll be trying to build. So I'll go ahead and open this up and see if you can get a little bit of a better look at one of these. Okay, so I believe this is the intermediate version of the TidyBot. So not the lowest or the base version, but the intermediate version. It's hard to tell from here, but the sides do have a little bit of marking and engraving on them. So those are the orange ones. We'll save the purple ones for last because these are the most advanced versions of the Tidybots. We'll go with the white ones next. These are the most basic versions. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Yeah, this is quite a bit thinner than the orange version that we just saw. Okay, and then last but not least is the most advanced version. So this is what that one looks like. This right here will sort of represent the factory floor almost. So this is where the upgrades will slot in, and as each round passes, eventually it'll fall down that hole right there, and that's when I believe the upgrade gets recycled. And underneath this are the actual upgrade tiles themselves. Go ahead and pull out one or two of these for you to see. Alright, so you'll notice that these look a lot like puzzle pieces, so once you place these on your factory or your player boards, they should snap together pretty easily. The nice thing about this is I believe there is an app that interacts with these tiles, so if you scan these tiles inside the app, it'll actually tell you what these particular upgrades do for you. And then here's the back side of that in case you're wondering. And here's a different upgrade. This one's for fork. And then the back side of that one. Underneath that is the vault, or almost the piggy bank. I believe this is where you'll be placing your coins. So basically the winner is the player with the most coins at the end of the game. So it's whoever has the most coins placed inside these vaults right here. There are a couple of cards in here as well. Alright, and then these cards are part of the Overlord expansion. So if you purchase the retail version, my guess is you probably won't be receiving this pile of cards here. And then you have your handy dandy reference cards as well. Alright, and then the nice thing about this game is, once again, I'd mentioned that this has a pretty nice insert, so when you put the game away after you're done playing with it, that is actually the setup for the next game. So all you would have to do is really just take this whole insert out and you're ready to play the next game. So that's it for today. As always, if you like this video, please feel free to like it. Subscribe if you have not. Place any comments you have, and I'll try to get them to them as soon as I can. And as always, game on!